Okay, we're going to talk worldwide boxing now, lightweight division. New York coming up. Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. What are your thoughts on this?
So first of all, I'm very excited for this fight. I think that both of them are like the hottest name in the boxing right now. So,
I mean, you couldn't get more kind of prime. So you got Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, both same weight division in their prime at this time fighting. We don't really see this. This is a treat for us in boxing.
Exactly, and I think that these kind of moves are just great for the sport. And as your head is telling us today, they try to make boxing great again, like making the good 50-50 fights that are the one like more exciting for the big public, of course.
And you when you was living in Vegas, you've met Teofimo and Shakur, haven't you?
Actually, correct. I had the pleasure and the honor to train in the gym together with Teofimo Lopez. Of course, I was not like part of his camp, but I met him. I also have a chat with him on Instagram. He's a very nice guy. And the same happened with Shakur Stevenson, that we was training together at the same time in Top Rank Gym in Las Vegas, Nevada, and actually was selected to be the sparring partner of his teammate. But now, like, the teammate retired, but again, this is boxing, but was cool experience.
For me, it's very hard to call who I think might end up with the decision, because they're both so good. And for me, it's almost like it's a chess match that is equal at the minute. I don't know who might do it.
I have my personal opinion. So for me, Teofimo Lopez is more like the artist. He's unpredictable. So he can be like, one night he can be like unbeatable, as he proved many times. And some other night, as happened unfortunately with George Kambosos, like he didn't box well. But I think that in that fight wasn't the real Teofimo Lopez. I think that was not George Kambosos that beat Teofimo Lopez, but Teofimo Lopez beat Teofimo Lopez, if you know what I mean.
You don't think he was 100% in that fight?
Yes, correct. I think he had, as he told in many interviews, some like personal issues. But again, on this fight, on the other side, there is Shakur Stevenson. But again, I was training with him, and something that always impressed me, he was always doing 12-round sparring session.
I've heard this.
With 3 different opponents, okay? He was wearing like weight vest, okay? Spar for 4 minutes round with 30 seconds, of breaking between the rounds. So like,
I mean, he's regimented on a different level. Even Terence Crawford is saying Shakur probably has this in the bag.
Yes.
Because of his training ability, his level, his athletic ability. And like you said, he's training for 4 minutes. He's wearing a weighted vest. He seems to be...
Mentality.
Yeah, his mental fortitude seems to be very high.
Yes.
So does this play a factor in him perhaps beating Teofimo Lopez next week?
For sure. Also, like, to be honest, Shakur Stevenson doesn't have only good conditioning, but at the same time, he have the best mind of boxing. He's always around Terence Crawford, all the like biggest name. So in my opinion, Shakur Stevenson have this as an advantage. But on the other side, Teofimo Lopez, maybe he's physically bigger. And again, as I mentioned, he's more like the artist. He's unpredictable. I don't want to compare him to Ryan Garcia, but somehow like on that way. If you know, like Shakur is more the hardest worker, and Teofimo is more like the talent artist. Yes, but sometimes he go crazy.
Unpredictable.
Yes, unpredictable.
Bringing up Ryan Garcia, he's fighting Mario Barrios next month.
Also very...
Another good matchup.
Yes, sir.
Now, Barrios is coming off a draw against Manny Pacquiao last year.
Exactly.
What does this mean for him? Does he have it in the tank to be a younger person? Ryan Garcia seems to be in good shape at the minute. He's training hard.
Yes, I think that in this fight is the same as in the Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, because Ryan Garcia is unpredictable. So I think that can be so good and become for the first time world champion, or like he can just, I don't know, mess everything up because lifestyle issues, personal problems, and of course don't perform at the best.
So again, quite similar in those two lineups and those two matches. Shakur and Teofimo is similar to this bout as well. So you can't make a prediction yet. You can't call a a decisive winner, you don't think?
To be honest, in the first fight, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, I'm not able to predict the winner. I can see the fight can go in any way. So I don't want to even say a name, to be honest. But on the Ryan Garcia, Mario Barrios, because I like him as a personality, he's always like full of energy, like he's a little bit crazy, but in a funny way. I go with Ryan Garcia. I like him. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Well, you've had it here with Rico. He thinks Ryan Garcia is going to close the deal next month against Mario Barrios.
Also, he deserves it at the end of the day. He done a lot for the sport, like engage new, younger younger audience, exactly. So he never be a world champion, and I think he deserves it.
That's
for sure.
Good. Excellent. Thank you, Rico. Thank you,
Sammy. Thank you so much
Thank
to
you.
come at the gym. Thank you, Barbara.
Excellent.